Hello dear students, welcome back. This is the lecture number 8 of fluid mechanics, and in this lecture we will discuss hydrostatic forces on submerged bodies. Okay, in previous lecture we saw pressure measurement using manometer and we solved some numerical on that, and in today's lecture we'll see hydrostatic pressure. So let's jump into today's topic. This is Yes, hydrostatic force. What is hydrostatic force? Tell me the definition. As its name suggests that it is valid for static fluid. So in case of static fluid, we can experience or this hydrostatic force is experienced. But when you consider moving fluid, the object will not experience hydrostatic force, right? So let's understand what is this. When a solid surface comes in contact with static fluid, the solid surface experiences a normal force over it. Okay, तो जब भी कभी स्टैटिक फ्लूइड कोई सॉलिड सरफेस के साथ कांटेक्ट में आएगा तो उस सॉलिड सरफेस के ऊपर एक नॉर्मल फोर्स लगेगा. ओके, एंड दिस नॉर्मल फोर्स is equal to resultant of all individual total forces due to pressure in static fluid. इसका मतलब क्या है? जो नॉर्मल फोर्स लगेगा इन स्टैटिक फ्लूइड ओवर द सॉलिड सरफेस दैट इज इक्वल टू योर रिजल्टेंट ऑफ ऑल इंडिविजुअल प्रेशर फोर्सेस. जो प्रेशर फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा है उसका टोटल जो रिजल्टेंट होगा दैट इज योर normal force, and that normal force we call as total pressure or hydrostatic force, right? And this the magnitude is equal to resultant of all individual total force due to pressure. So now tell me what is the location of hydrostatic force. जैसे weight acts at Cg. So now tell me where hydrostatic force or total pressure acts. जो नॉर्मल फोर्स स्टैटिक फ्लूइड में लगता है वो कहां पे एक्ट करता है? दैट एक्ट्स एट सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. सो द पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन ऑफ टोटल प्रेशर और हाइड्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स इज नोन एज सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. प्लीज रिमेंबर व्हाट इज सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर एंड व्हाट इज हाइड्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स. हाइड्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स इज योर रिजल्टेंट ऑफ all individual total forces. Okay, so now let's understand this hydrostatic forces for different surfaces. Like first we'll see plane surfaces. So in plane surfaces orientation can be vertical or horizontal or inclined. जो प्लेन सरफेस होगा वो वर्टिकल हो सकता है, हॉरिजॉन्टल हो सकता है, इंक्लाइंड हो सकता है. तो पहले फर्स्ट लेट्स सी vertical flat surfaces. Okay, suppose here we have a flat surface that is vertical. Okay, this is just submerged to the fluid surface. This is your fluid surface, and let's take this height is your total height is h, capital H. Okay, and Cg of this vertical flat surface is here. Cg we denote by x bar. So x bar is the distance of Cg from fluid surface. Okay, if I see this surface, okay, this was the side view. For simplicity I am assuming this as a rectangle surface. This length, suppose this is your L. Now let's consider a small elemental area of length dx. Okay, this small elemental length is dx. Then area of this element will be dA equal to L into dx. Length is L and this height is dx, right? Now tell me what would be the pressure force that is acting on this element. कितना प्रेशर फोर्स एक्ट करेगा? दैट प्रेशर फोर्स dF. सपोज स्मॉल dF, will it be equal to pressure into small elemental area dA. And what is pressure here? This pressure, suppose assume this surface, this small surface, this small elemental area is at x length from the free surface. Then will it be equal to rho g and x? Pressure क्या बन जाएगा? Pressure equal to rho g h. H is height. Here height from liquid surface is x. So can I write pressure equal to rho g x? Yes. Yes or no? So pressure is rho g x. Then dA, right? Let's keep this dA. So this is the force acting on small element. So if we want to get the total force or the resultant of all individual force, we have to integrate this. So total force F equal to integration of dF, isn't it? That is equal to integration of rho g x and dA. Okay. Rho is constant for incompressible fluid and g is always constant. So can I take them rho and g outside of this integration? X into dA. Okay. What is integration of x into dA from mechanics? This is first moment of area, isn't it? So integration of x into dA is how much? That is equal to a into x bar. Okay. So in place of this, can I write a into x bar? So force, total pressure or hydrostatic force becomes rho g a and x bar. What is rho g? Can I write rho g as omega or gamma? So rho, this is also equal to omega a x bar. Some author denotes omega as gamma. So you can write that force equal to omega or gamma a x bar. Okay. So this is for vertical flat surface. Now tell me the location of this pressure force that is acting on this vertical surface. You know, weight is acting at CG and CG location is at x bar distance from the free surface. Now tell me what is location of this force? Location of center of pressure. Location of center of pressure, we denote that as h bar. Okay, h bar. This value, h bar value is greater than x bar for vertical surface. So suppose this is your center of pressure. Center of pressure equal to, I'll show you. Center of pressure value is equal to I0 by a x bar. What is I0? I0 is moment of inertia of this surface with respect to liquid free surface. So with respect to this plane, if you find moment of inertia of this surface, then that will be known as I0. So can I write this I0 as Ig plus a x bar whole square from parallel axis theorem? Can I write this? This is your centroidal plane. This is your centroidal plane and the moment of inertia of this surface with respect to centroid is your Ig. On ये plane के लिए and moment of inertia about this plane is I0. So we can use parallel axis theorem to shift this plane to this plane. So if you use parallel axis theorem, we can write I0 equal to Ig plus ax bar square, then divided by ax bar square, ax bar. So we'll find finally Ig by ax bar plus x bar will get cancelled. See here, this is your location of center of pressure or h bar. Now check whether h bar is greater than x bar or less than x bar. For vertical surface, h bar or center of pressure is greater than distance of surface from CG. So h bar is greater than x bar. How much? This value Ig by ax bar. So fine. So here for vertical flat surface, h bar value is this. Please remember one thing, with change in orientation of this surface, there will not be any effect on total force or total pressure. Okay, अगर हम ओरिएंटेशन इस वर्टिकल को का चेंज करेंगे, इंक्लाइन करेंगे, or we will make this as horizontal or anything, then also the resultant value of total force due to pressure will not change. So force or hydrostatic force will be omega a x bar always. Remember this, force will be omega a x bar always, but the location of center of pressure, that will change. Location of center of pressure will change according to orientation of the surface. For vertical surface, h bar will be different. For a inclined surface, h bar will be different. For a horizontal surface, h bar will be different. Okay, so now let's discuss inclined flat surface. Let's draw a inclined flat surface. Suppose this is your liquid free surface, and here you have a plate, flat plate at an angle theta. Okay, now let's assume this is your CG of the plate, and the distance between CG and free surface is your x bar. Okay, and assume this plate as a rectangle surface, so its projection is this one, this length is L, this height is H, capital H. Okay, now tell me, force will be equal to how much? Force, total force, already we discussed, total force will be equal to, yes, omega a x bar, but its center of pressure, h bar value, that will change. H bar will be equal to x bar plus Ig a x bar sine square theta. So this h bar will also depends on orientation. Orientation change हो जाएगा तो h bar का value change हो जाएगा, isn't it? Okay. Now, can you find this value for a horizontal surface? For horizontal surface, suppose this is your horizontal surface. Okay, and this is horizontal surface is at suppose the CG is at distance x bar from the free surface. Now tell me what will be the value of total force, total pressure or hydrostatic force, F equal to omega a x bar. It will not depend on orientation. Then h bar, tell me location of center of pressure. For this case, orientation, this angle, can I write angle as theta is 0? If theta is 0, sin theta will become sin 0 is 0. So this term will be cancelled out, right? So h bar will become only x bar. H bar is only x bar, right? This is your pressure force acting on this horizontal plate. So here pressure force will be small. Then with height, definitely there will be increase of pressure. So with height, there will be increase of pressure. Similar to last figure also, you can go and derive this. Here also, this pressure, can I write this is pressure will be increasing with respect to depth. We know pressure increases with respect to depth. Okay, so it will come like this is like a triangle. So this pressure distribution is looking like a triangle. Okay, and the center of pressure will be the centroid of this total area, right? Centroid of this total area is your center of pressure. So how much? यहाँ से ये अगर triangle है, that will be equal to, you can find this value 2h by 3. Yes. So this is for inclined flat surface and horizontal flat surface. Okay. Now tell me one thing. What is CG of this? CG of a, suppose this is a triangle. and this is CG of the triangle, and this is your surface, bottom surface. If this is your y bar, what is y bar value? y bar का वैल्यू कितना है बताओ तो. अगर इसको मैं मान लेता हूं ये जो हाइट है, दिस हाइट इज h. if this height is h, what is y bar? y bar equal to h by 3. and suppose if you have this semicircle, then for this semicircle, where will be the CG? CG will be at distance. This is your y bar, right? Tell me y bar value here. If this radius is r, y bar equal to how much? Y bar equal to 4r by 3 pi. Okay. Suppose we have a trapezium here. In case of trapezium, suppose this one is your y bar, and this is your a, this length is b, and this height is suppose h. Now tell me what is y bar? Y bar is this one is y bar, this one is y bar here. Y bar equal to h by 3 into 2 into a plus b by a plus b. Please remember, for quadrant of circle also your y bar will be equal to 4r by 3 pi. ठीक है, CG कैलकुलेट करना आना चाहिए. Next is, let's take some general cases. Okay, case 1, suppose this is a rectangle here. Rectangle is just touched to your free surface. Okay, and suppose this height is your h. Okay, then now tell me what is y bar. This length CG of this area is here, so we denote CG distance from free surface as x bar. What is x bar? X bar in this case will be equal to h by 2. And what is y bar? What is h bar then? H bar equal to x bar plus ig by ax bar. What is, so x bar plus ig by ax bar? What is ig? Ig is moment of inertia about centroidal axis. So ig का value for rectangular surface, what is ig value? That is equal to bhq by 12. Here this width is b. If this is b, then bhq by 12 divided by area. What is area of rectangle? B into h. Then what is x bar? X bar value, can I write x bar? X bar is how much? H by 2. Write h by 2. Okay, so can I write this in place of x bar? H by 2 plus bhq by 2. So b get cancelled. H square by 2. hq get cancelled. So h by 6. H by 2 plus h by 6. So this is, denominator will have 6. Then 3h plus h. So how much? 4h by 6, or can I write this as 2 by 3h? So from this relation we found h bar equal to 2 by 3h for a rectangle. Please put this in a box. Remember, directly you can memorize this. So x bar equal to h by 2 for this case, and h bar equal to 2 by 3h. Okay. Now let's see case 2. Suppose the solid surface is a circle just touching free surface, and diameter of this circle is your capital D. Now what is x bar? X bar equal to definitely d by 2 What is h bar? This is your x bar. X bar is this much. X bar. What is h bar then? H bar equal to x bar plus Ig by x bar. We can write this. X bar is d by 2 plus Ig. Ig means moment of inertia, centroidal moment of inertia. Ig is pi d4 by 64 divided by area. Area is pi by 4 d square. X bar is d by 2. Then d by 2 plus, can I write this? 4 into 2, 8. So pi get cancelled, d4 dq. So d by 8. So in denominator it's 8, 5 d. So can I write this? H bar equal to 5d by 8. Memorize this. For this case, x bar and h bar value, so that it will take very less time in case they ask in exam. So case number 3. Suppose you have a triangle here. Triangle is just touching to the free surface, the apex of triangle, and this is your h. Tell me how much this distance? This distance is x bar. Tell me x bar value. X bar value बताओ. X bar value का कितना है? ट्राइंगल के लिए कितना होता है x bar का वैल्यू? This is equal to 2 by 3h. Okay. And what is y bar? Y bar, can I write x bar plus Ig by ax bar? What is Ig? This is 2 by 3h, and Ig is what? Moment of inertia, centroidal moment of inertia, that is equal to, with respect to this centroid, this is bhq by 36. Area is half bh, x bar is equal to 2 by 3h. So finally you got 2 by 3h plus this one, 2 get cancelled, 3, 36. So this is equal to h by 12, isn't it? Check this one, h by 12 is coming. So in the denominator you'll have 12, 8h plus h, so equal to 9h by 12 or 3 by 4h. So can I write this? H bar equal to 3 by 4h. Please remember this. This will be very much helpful. Next is case 4. Case 4 is also a triangle, but its base is its base is touching to free surface. Its base is this one, and the CG of this will be here. CG will be here, x bar. Total height is h. What is x bar here? In this case, x bar equal to h by 3, and y bar equal to x bar plus, can I write this expression? So h by 3 plus I is how much? Similar to that, bhq by 36, half bh, but this one is h by 3. Okay, so can I write this? H by 3, 6. So h by 6. So how much? 6, 3h, so h by 2. This is equal to h by 2. So in this relation, h bar becomes h by 2. Please put this in a box. It's very, very important. Please remember all these cases. Okay. In the next slide, we will solve some numerical. Question number 1. Let's check this. A tank with 4 equal vertical planes of width W and depth H is completely filled with liquid if hydrostatic force of any vertical plane surface is equal to that force at the bottom, then ratio of H and W. So there is a tank, right, whose width is W and depth is H. Let's draw a tank here then. Okay, it's a tank with rectangular cross section. Let's join this. Okay, so this height is h and widths are w, right? So this is w, 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 this one is w. Okay, so you have 4 vertical planes, 1, 2, this one 3. Shall I pick one more color here? This is one vertical surface. Okay, this one is one vertical surface. Okay, and back and front. So 4 vertical surface of depth h and width w. Okay, so what is given here? Check. Hydrostatic force of any vertical plane surface is equal to force at the bottom. Hydrostatic force of vertical plane surface is equal to hydrostatic force at the bottom. Okay, so this is your given data. Try to solve this. I am giving you 10 seconds for thinking. Tell me answer. Okay, so what is vertical force or hydrostatic force on these vertical surfaces? Can you find hydrostatic force on vertical surfaces? Formula is omega A x bar, omega area of vertical x bar is equal to force at bottom means same omega, but area of this bottom plate, or area of this bottom plate, and x bar, this is x bar of this vertical plate and this is x bar of bottom plate. Now omega means what? Rho g. G is a constant and rho for this container, this tank is same, so this one cancelled out. Okay, now what is vertical area? Area of vertical surface is how much? H into W, and x bar of this vertical surface, x bar means Cg, distance of Cg from the surface. If it is completely filled from the surface, x bar will be, tell me, x bar value, h by 2, that is equal to area of this bottom plate. Area of bottom plate is, this is omega na, this one is also omega, this one is also omega, so and omega, so it's a square plate, right? So omega square, area is omega square into x bar. X bar means Cg of this plate from surface. Cg of this plate from surface. Distance between Cg of this bottom plate from surface is how much? Is it h? Complete h. So now you tell me, omega got cancelled, h got cancelled. How much you are getting? This h got cancelled. Omega. So can I write h by 2 is equal to omega. So what is h by w? H by w is equal to 2. Which option is correct? Option A. Okay. So let's see next question. Question number 2. A cylindrical tank of 2 meter dia and 10 meter length is laid with its axis parallel to horizontal plane, and cylinder is filled with water just to its top. What is the hydrostatic force on one of the end plates? So now draw a cylindrical tank. Draw a cylindrical tank here laid with its axis parallel to horizontal plane. So this is cylindrical tank, horizontal plane, this axis, and this is completely filled with water up to top. Okay, this is your circular cross section, and completely filled with water, completely filled. Okay, now tell me what is the hydrostatic force on one of the end plates. There is two end plates, and on both the end plates hydrostatic force will be equal as their cross sections are equal. So find hydrostatic force on this plate, this circular plate. How to do? I am giving you 10 seconds. Find out the answer of question number 2. Which option is correct? Right, hydrostatic force is what? Hydrostatic force is equal to omega A, and x bar means distance of CG from the surface. Okay, if this is your diameter D, then x bar will be D by 2. What is omega? Omega is rho g in place of this is rho g. Area is how much? Pi by 4 d square, and x bar is how much? D by 2. Now put this value. Rho is 1000. If it is water, yes, 1000. G is 9.81, so 9810 into pi by 4 d square. D is how much? 2 meter. So d by 2 is 1. Tell me which option is correct. Coming 30.8 kilonewton. Right. So out of this, which one is correct? Option C. Okay. Now let's move to next question number 3. In the situation shown in figure, the length BC, this length BC, check here, this length BC is 3 meter, and G is the midpoint of BC. This is your G, point G is your midpoint of BC. Then hydrostatic force on BC is measured per unit width. How much? G being the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so this is your water surface, and here you have a plate BC. Its CG is here. If this is the CG, distance of CG from the surface is what? X bar. Distance of CG from the surface is x bar. Can you find x bar value here? X bar will be, we have to find this angle, right? This one is how much? The angle made by this inclined plate with vertical is 60 degrees. Okay, that is given already. So x bar will be equal to how much then? That 4 plus, if this is the midpoint, then 1.5 cos 60 degree. Okay, so you can write this x bar equal to 4. What is cos 60 degree? Cos 60 is equal to half. So 0.75 or 4.75 is your x bar. Now you put this x bar value in force, hydrostatic force, omega A x bar. Omega is equal to rho g A x bar. Rho g value is 9810. What is area? Area of this plate. Width is 1 unit. So area is 3 into 1. X bar is already we have calculated 4.75. Multiply this and tell me the answer. Oh, this is C here. This is the answer is in form of G. So we should not multiply G here. Rho will be enough. So rho is 1000. Now tell me its answer. The value. 14250 G. So we have two options C and D. 14250 G. With this value we have two options C and D, but now we have to locate this force position. This point of application of this force is your center of pressure, and center of pressure you know H bar equal to how much? H bar equal to X bar plus Ig by X bar. So it will be, this value will be higher than X bar. So point of application of force will be higher than X bar, or higher than, this is X bar now, from surface to G, and center pressure will lie below. So which option will be correct from C and D? Option D, between G and C. Okay. Next is your question number 4. Sorry, this answer has come over question number 4. Still we have to manage. Check. A circular plate 1.5 dia is submerged in water with its greatest and least depth below the surface being 2 meter and 0.75 meter respectively. What is the total force approximately on one face of the plate? So there is a circular plate submerged in water with its greatest and least depth being 2 meter and 0.75 meter. Okay, so let's draw. This is water surface and this is circular plate is completely submerged and least depth is 2 meters. So if this is the circular plate, least depth circular plate dia is how much? 1.5. Okay, this is circular plate, dia is 1.5 and its depth, smallest depth is 0.75 and largest depth is how much? 2 meters. Then what is this depth? This is your 1.25. It's clear this plate is inclined, because this, if this would be vertical, it must come as 1.5, but the highest depth is given 2 meter, so it will be inclined, right? It will be an inclined plate, and if this is CG, midpoint, okay, if this is midpoint, this midpoint distance will be, if this is 1.25, this is 1.25, so half of this is how much? Let's check what is the total force on one face of the plate. Fine, I'm giving you 10 seconds, just think how to proceed. What is total force? Total force will come as F. F will be equal to how much? Omega A and X bar. What is X bar then? Find X bar. X bar means CG of this plate distance from surface. X bar will be equal to 0.75 plus how much? Find this angle theta. How much it would be? This angle. This is 1.25 and this is 1.5. So cos theta equal to 1.25 divided by 1.5. Okay, and here this distance is how much? This is equal to, this distance equal to 1.5 by 2, so 0.75 cos theta, isn't it? This will be 0.75 cos theta, so 0.75 plus 0.75 cos theta is how much? 1.25 divided by 1.5. So this is equal to 1.25 divided by 2, so 0.75 plus 0.625. How much? Is it equal to 1.375? So find this. Omega equal to rho g water, so water density is 1000, so rho g will become 9810. What is the area of this plate? It's a circular plate, so pi by 4 d square. D is how much? 1.5 square. Then your x bar value already we calculated, 1.375. Now tell me which option is correct. Just use your calculator. Which option is correct? Is it coming? 23.8 kilonewton? Yes. So option C is your correct answer. Okay. Let's solve one more numerical. Okay, so check question number 5. Figure shows a hydraulic gate PQR whose weight is very small compared to hydrostatic forces. Then find the value of H for equilibrium. Okay, so here you have a hydraulic gate P, Q and R. PQ vertical surface, QR is horizontal surface. Okay, so in vertical surface, the pressure, hydrostatic pressure at this surface, like pressure distribution look like this, isn't it? So this is a vertical surface and this is a horizontal surface. So here in this vertical surface, can you find the direction of force? The resultant force will act in this direction, and in the horizontal surface, resultant force will act in this direction. This is your center of pressure. At the center of pressure, resultant of force will act, and at here center of pressure, resultant of pressure will act. You know, for horizontal surface, both x bar and h bar, they are equal. Okay, so it will act at the midpoint. Center of pressure will act at the midpoint. But for vertical surface, this is vertical surface, right? Center of pressure will be different from CG. CG will be the midpoint, but center of pressure will be little down. The pressure distribution is here a triangle, and centered of this triangle will be the center of pressure. ठीक है, ये जो प्रेशर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा वो कैसे दिख रहा है? बढ़ता गया ना, थोड़ा प्रेशर, फिर उसके बाद ज़्यादा प्रेशर, उसके बाद ज़्यादा प्रेशर, उसके बाद और ज़्यादा प्रेशर. ये जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है धीरे धीरे बढ़ता गया, प्रेशर का वैल्यू विथ हाइट बढ़ता गया. ओके, यहाँ पे डाउन बॉटम में मैक्सिमम है. तो ये जो प्रेशर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को हम देखेंगे, उसका जो एरिया है, उसका एरिया का सेंट्रोइड इज सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. और यू कैन कैलकुलेट फ्रॉम फॉर्मूला h बार इक्वल टू x बार प्लस आई जी ए एक्स बार. तो यहाँ पे यू कैन फाइंड दिस सेंटर ऑफ प्रेशर. दिस विल बी फ्रॉम बॉटम, इट विल बी h by 3 from this surface, from hinge surface, center of pressure distance will be h by 3, because if it is a triangle, centroid of triangle will locate at h by 3 distance from the bottom. तो bottom से h by 3 distance के बाद तुम्हें C center of pressure मिलेगा. So this distance is how much? This distance is h by 3, and this distance is how much? This distance is h by 2. because CG and center of pressure for horizontal surface, they are equal. So now you know location of center of pressure for the surface PQ and QR. Can you find H value for equilibrium now? Find value of H. How to proceed? There is a hinge Q and above the hinge one force is acting, and at the side also one force is acting. So can you take moment of those force about hinge? Okay, so for that find force of PQ. Force of PQ equal to omega A x bar. What is omega? It's not given. Which fluid? Let it be omega. Area of this plate is how much? Vertical PQ plate area is how much? Is it H into 1? If width is not given, we can take it as 1. And x bar is how much? X bar is CG distance from surface. CG distance will be h by 2. What is QR? Force on QR, horizontal surface. Similarly same omega A x bar formula, but A and x bar will be different. A is how much? B into 1, and x bar is what? X bar is there is no fluid above this. So in case of this kind of situation, you can assume a imaginary fluid, same fluid forming imaginary surface at this level. Okay, so in that case you can get x bar value as H. Now if you take moment about Q, so if PQ into its distance, force distance from CG, force is applied at center of pressure, and distance of center of pressure from Q is how much? Already we found this will be equal to h by 3. Why h by 3? H by 3 means it's a like pressure distribution is coming like a triangle, and centroid of this triangle area is your center of pressure, or you can find as usual normal formula, distance of h bar equal to x bar plus ig x bar, you will get the same value. Okay, so it's h by 3 then is equal to, this is b by 2, not h by 2, this is b by 2, right? This one is b na, this is b, so force on QR into b by 2, not h by 2, this is b by 2. So check this, put the formula omega h into h by 2, so h square by 2 into h by 3 is equal to force on QR, so omega bh into b by 2. Okay, so h got cancelled, 2 get cancelled, omega get cancelled, so now you have h square is equal to 3b square. So what is h value then? H equal to root over of 3b. Okay, this is your value of h for equilibrium of this gate PQR. Okay, clear? Do you have any doubt? Please write in comment section. Okay, question number 6. A gate supporting water is shown in figure. Find the height h of the water so that the gate tips about the hinge. Okay, in this question you have a gate A, C. Okay, and it is hinge at point, let's assume this point is B, at point B. Find the height h of water so that gate tips about the hinge, okay, या इस hinge से वो टिप होना स्टार्ट करेगा. तो okay, what is if it is hinge at point B, there will be a reaction force here, and to balance this reaction force there must be resultant force acting at this hinge, isn't it? So resultant force must act at this hinge. So this will be the location of CP, center of pressure. So this hinge point will be definitely will be the location of center of pressure for to balance this. Now if you know this is your center of pressure, so can I write center of pressure H bar is equal to H minus 3. So H bar will be equal to definitely H minus 3. This is your H bar, location of center of pressure from surface, and from formula we know that H bar will be equal to X bar plus Ig by Ax bar, and it's a inclined plate, so sine square theta, how much theta is given 60 degree. Okay, what is X bar then? What is X bar? X bar is equal to this plate CG, distance from the surface. Okay, this is your H and this is 3 meters. Suppose this plate is L length. Consider this plate has L length. So if this is L and this is H, this one is L, this one is H, and this is your angle theta is equal to how much? 50 degree. Okay, can you find this? Can you find the CG distance? So can I write sine 60? Sine 60 is equal to H by L. Sine 60 is equal to H by L. Then again sine 60 will be equal to this X bar. X bar means CG distance. CG will be at the L by 2 of this plate ना. Here ये यहाँ पे मान के चलते हैं. This is your CG. This is your CG. Suppose this is your CG. This distance is how much? This distance is L by 2. Okay. So can I write this, and this distance is how much? This is your X bar. So can I write X bar by L by 2? Okay. So now tell me what is X bar value. X bar is equal to how much? Is it H by 2? Yes. So X bar is equal to H by 2 for our case. And what is Ig? Ig, it's a plate, right? We can assume this as a rectangle here, rectangular plate. If it is a rectangular plate, then width HQ by 12. Okay. So what is Ig value here? Ig is equal to B HQ by 12, B DQ by 12 for a rectangular plate. If we assume this as a rectangular plate, width is 1, length, this length of plate is L, not H, so it is LQ by 12, correct? Then what is area of plate? Area is how much? Area is length into width is 1. Okay, now can you put X bar, Ig and A value in this expression? So H bar is equal to how much? X bar, so H by 2 plus Ig is how much? LQ by 12 by Ax bar L into X bar is how much? H by 2 into sine square theta. Theta is 60 degree. So sine square 60 degree. Okay. So how much? Tell me this value. Is it coming? H by 2 plus L square by 6 H sine square 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sine square 60 is how much? Root 3, 3, 2 square is 4. Okay. So sine square 60 is 3 by 4. Now see this. What is the relation between H and L? L is equal to here. L is equal to H by sine 60. H by sine 60, sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. So 2h by root 3. Is it correct? L is equal to 2h by root 3. So if L is equal to 2h by root 3, so this is h by 2. 2h by root 3 whole square is how much? 4 by 3. 4 by 3 h square, okay, by 6h into 3 by 4. You cancel out 4, 4, 3, 3, h, h. So it will come as h by 2 plus h by 6. This is equal to h by 2 plus h by 6. H by 2 plus h by 6 is how much? In denominator we will have 6, 3, h plus h. 4h by 6 is how much? 2 by 3h. This is equal to 2 by 3h. So we found h bar is equal to 2 by 3h. Check this. In this expression, can I put h bar equal to 2 by 3h? So if I put h bar equal to 2 by 3h, what is h value? H bar is equal to 2 by 3h is equal to h minus 3. Okay. So from this relation, what is h value? H equal to h by 3 is equal to 3. So h is equal to 9. This is your final answer. H equal to 9 meter. Okay. Please go through all these questions. If you have any doubt, write in comment section or you can mail me. My mail ID is subhranshu@gmail.com. I am writing here subhranshuiitg@gmail.com. Okay, you can mail me. So with this we are concluding today's topic. In today's lecture we saw hydrostatic forces on vertical surface, horizontal surface and inclined surface, and we solved few numerical based on that. Okay, thank you.